Hare Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
We have a belly full, so now it's not able to burn the fat. We're getting sleepy. So let's try one more time. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Hare Rama.
Rama Rama.
Rama Rama.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
I apologize for breaking the momentum of the kirtan, but we would like to share a few highlights from this year going into next year. So many of us know that as of June 17th, 2018 is when we were now ISKCON of HARRISBURG by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
So we would like to share with the devotees what actually took place in the past 6 months, a little over 6 months, so that we know what we've done and what we look forward to, so you can just go slide by slide. So AC, as we all know, that he's the founder of Acharya, and by the mercy of ISKCON Philadelphia, they were very kind enough to actually allow us to donate actually their old Vyasa that is sitting right in the middle of the temple room. That comes from Philadelphia. Actually, that Vyasa Srila Prabhupada actually sat on it in 1975. So it's actually Mahaprasad from the founder of Acharya. So we're very fortunate that it's actually here sitting in the temple room. Our GBC, North American GBC for ISKCON HARRISBURG is Anantama Prabhu. So he is my big boss. So anything that I do wrong, I get hanged, pretty much. So he's a very, very senior disciple of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, and we're very, very fortunate to actually have a GBC such as Anantama Prabhu. So we had many things happened in the past 6 months. It was a very, very busy 6 months. We had back-to-back festivals, back-to-back programs. It was just back-to-back. Many of you were in the same boat with me, going back-to-back, so I'm sure you would know what it means. We would like to share a few of the committees that were started, and some of them were started organically, some we had to really create and put in place. So the first committee that was started was the DD department. And our head pujari, I think, has just left. Prashta Mataji, disciple of His Holiness Radha Govind Maharaj. She is our DD department head pujari. So anything regarding DD service, anything with the Lord, she is the boss. So when she has questions, she and I do talk, but she's pretty much the one that runs the DD department. The second department we have is the Gala Making Committee, and that is Mother Rukmini. Okay, she's right there. She's sitting against the wall. So she handles and manages a team of devotees who actually make the garlands for the Lordships and for Srila Prabhupada on a monthly basis. So she's the lead coordinator for that department. If anyone is interested to be part of that committee, please do see Mother Rukmini, and she will then be very happy to engage in the service. The next committee we have as the Child Protection Team, which is Tundavidi Mataji and myself, and I think I saw, yeah, she's right there, she's Tundavidi Mataji. So the Child Protection pretty much is as a requirement by ISKCON that every temple needs to have a Child Protection Team where our children are protected from all and everything that happens out there. So we have a team implemented as of December 1st. It just got in effect a few weeks ago. So that is the team that we have in the temple. The next one is communication team. I think this must be our biggest team in the temple. So we have the temple website is managed by Satish Prabhu. If any of you have seen the website, it's awesome. It rocks. He is on it. He is always updating information for the devotees. Nothing is old. So thank you, Prabhu, for your wonderful service with the website. Thank you so much. The Facebook is managed by Manidhar Prabhu, and his assistant is There he is. And his assistant is Satish Prabhu, and they manage the whole Facebook. SoundCloud is Vrinda Devi. She records all the lectures, whatever happened in the temple, and she works with Satish Prabhu, it goes onto the website. Weekly emails is managed by Praveen Prabhu and Krishna Prabhu. They make sure that whatever emails go on a weekly basis, it goes twice a week, it's always updated with new information. The next media is Prasad Prabhu and Bhaktam Matt. Prasad Prabhu's right there. Anything with media, videography, photography, he's the man. And he really does a wonderful service to make sure that every media goes onto our website, both website and Facebook. WhatsApp is Krishna Prabhu. He manages the WhatsApp, what has been posted, what should not be posted, and he handles all that. The guest services is Amandeep Prabhu. I just saw him. There he is. Amandeep Prabhu and Krishna Prabhu. So they manage the guest services, they reach out to new devotees and so forth. The communications editor is myself. Whatever goes out, I help the team to make sure that what goes out is what they use. Kosher, I think is the American word for it. Something like that, you know. Yeah. So the next committee is Sunday school. So I am very happy because that's one less service of my plate. But I'm very happy that Mother Tungavidya has agreed to be the Sunday school director. And the kids love her. We all love you. The kids love you more because they know that they can get big sales from you. So she's the Sunday school director, and under her we have 3 classes, and the teachers are the founder class, which is Vaishya Mataji and Anuradha Mataji. Gopinath class is Vidya Mataji and Shamarani. Krishna class, which is my class, is the oldest class, is Swami Gauranga Prabhu, Parikshit Prabhu, and myself. So this is a team of Sunday school teachers. If there are any feedback, questions, concern whatsoever, you don't need to come to me. You can go to the Sunday school director. So she is the head of the whole Sunday school. So that is the new team that we formed. The next one. Also in the Sunday school, we came up with a few things for 2019 is we have developed a kids service roster where every child in these 3 classes will be engaged in service every single week. So they have sent out the email with the Google spreadsheet, I think, a few days ago, and we humbly request all the parents to please make sure that you check the spreadsheet every single week, because they have the services up until end of March. So please make sure that your kids do come for this service, because it's very important that we teach our children how to balance service with school load. Because if this is when they learn the training. They don't learn when they start working, they learn when they're young. That's how we discipline our children. And we have also started training the kids to do age-appropriate services. That has also been managed by the Sunday school teachers. Like I mentioned, we request the parents during Kirtan to please engage your children to dance in Kirtan. The Sunday school will also be attempting to do quarterly bake sale whenever the kids are on spring break. That way it doesn't interfere with their school homework and stuff like that. We are planning to have a summer weekend Krishna camp next summer. That will be definitely advertised. It will be on a 2 or 3 day weekend, but it's going to be a Krishna camp, and it's going to be a day camp. So we look forward to that. We are still working on the date, and we'll definitely announce it as soon as possible. We are also going to be starting a Sunday school book library, where every child will have the opportunity to borrow Krishna conscious books, where they can take home and read, much like what they do in a library. That way they can come and check in, sign out, return, and stuff like that. So that will be entered. We're also going to be starting Mardanga, Harmonium, and Karpal classes. That way the kids will also feel encouraged to perform and do more for the Lord during Kirtan programs. The next committee that we started, this is the level, it's done bigger, as a temple gift shop. So we have a team of devotees who actually manage the temple gift shop. And it's Vijay Balaji Prabhu, Mataji, Rashmi Mataji. I thought I saw her, I think she's downstairs. She's, there you are, in the corner. is one of the temple caretakers, Sham Guru Prabhu and Sham Rani Mataji. They are doing an awesome service. They make sure that the gift shop is well stocked so that the devotees' spiritual needs can be met. If you have any needs that you don't see, please do see them and they will try their best to fulfill your needs. This is a team that is most important. Ram Babu Prabhu, Vinod Prabhu, I know I saw him. Vinod Prabhu is downstairs. There he is, he's trying to run away, he's outside. Vinod Prabhu and Srikant Prabhu, he's also downstairs, I think, okay. These three devotees really maintain the cleanliness of the temple.
Haribol!
Without these devotees, the temple will not be where it is downstairs. They make sure everything is stocked, they make sure it's clean, the lights are off, it's mopped, they have a routine, they have a schedule, they know. And Ram Baba Prabhu has gone to India for 3 weeks. So the team is running with 2 devotees, Vinod Prabhu and Srikant Prabhu. So we really have to help these 2 devotees until Ram Baba Prabhu returns from India in 2 more weeks. The deputy team is headed by Prashta Mataji, and he has a team of devotees, Swarna Varanga Prabhu, Rupali Mataji, Tungavidya Mataji, Patna Prabhu, and Saki. So they will handle all the decorating for the temple and for the altar for any major festivals. Kitchen caretaker is Satish Prabhu and Manoj Prabhu. They will manage the kitchen cleanliness, the kitchen stock, the kitchen groceries, the kitchen, you name it. So any concerns you have of kitchen, you don't have to come and see me. You can go to these 2 devotees and they'll handle it. When they have concerns, they will come to me. But you can go to them first. And then they will come to me, but you can go to them, but they will manage the whole kitchen cleanliness from top to bottom. The youth, this is something that we just started new. Prabhupada always said that the children are the future for Lord Chaitanya's movement. And it's very important that the children get trained how to be servant leaders for his movement. So we have 3 older children. I think they're almost youth, is Vrinda Devi, Vishaka, and Aditya. So we are training them to really be more involved with the younger children, to be more involved with being a big brother, big sister, to also help them to do more, get more involved with temple services and so on and so forth. That's something that we just started recently. The temple service roster coordinator is Manidhar Prabhu. I was meant to find him as an assistant. I failed to do so. I have not forgotten Prabhu. I'll work on it. But Manidhar Prabhu actually handles all the temple service roster. He makes sure that the devotees' needs, the cooking is taken care of, the kitchen cleaning is taken care of. It's not an easy task. It looks simple, but it is not simple. I have worked on the service with Krishna Prabhu and I'm doing it with Manidhar Prabhu. It is complete meditation. So we really owe it to Manidhar Prabhu for keeping a smile on his face, able to do the service and still make sure that everything is met in the temple. So that is what we have covered in 2018. We have formed a few committees and later on you will see what we have done in terms of festivals and so on and so forth. In 2019, we want to approach it a little differently, and that is, many of us are very busy. Sometimes we get so caught up in our day-to-day lives and so on and so forth that sometimes the needs what we need is not being met. Prabhupada always says that to solve any material problems, you need a spiritual solution. Material solutions do not resolve material problems. It's the spiritual solutions that solve the material problems. So we would like to do 2019 a focus on spiritual focus. So the 2019 that we would like to implement and share with everybody, you can go to the next slide. Thank you, Lord. Spiritual care. 2019, the focus that we would like to share with every devotee here to really meditate on for 2019 is how can we care for one another in a very spiritual way. We know what is material compassion, but spiritual care is what we all need. We have to ask ourselves, do I need that spiritual care? And if the answer is yes, you're in the right place. And allow the spiritual care to come through, because devotees here want to give the spiritual care. We just have to be able to receive it. The next is spiritual health. And the reason we have the heart, we have doctors and nurses amongst us. The reason we have the heart is because some of us have gone through heart conditions and heart problems and so on and so forth. And we know the material cause and the physical cause and so on and so forth. But the emotional cause is what we have to ask ourselves. Am I hurt? Am I angry? Am I lonely? Am I depressed? Who am I? What am I? When we have such questions, the heart is saying, find me. This is the place where we can help each other to heal our hearts. Prabhupada used to say, and so did my spiritual master, that this place is a hospital for the heart. We have to heal our hearts. And not going through a surgery and sitting in the operation theater and getting an open heart surgery, that will fix it. We can go to so many heart surgeries, but if we do not heal the cause of why I am angry, why I am hurt, why am I envious, why am I this is the place to find ourselves. Spiritual health. Spiritual welfare. We have it right on the altar. Shri Shri Radha Shri Hari Ki Jai. We have to open our hearts. Let the love come through. Sometimes we think that love is sweet. Yes, love is sweet. But love is also hard. We all have, many of us are parents over here. We know that sometimes we have to give soft love and hard love. Hard love is also love. Krishna comes through soft and hard love, and we have to learn to accept the soft love and the hard love. And Krishna also gives us soft love and hard love. We just forget to differentiate that He is giving us hard love. So we want to open our hearts in 2019 and let the healing come through. Spiritual maintenance. Sometimes we ask ourselves, I'm doing this, I'm chanting, I'm reading, I'm doing everything, but something is not maintaining. How come I'm doing all this, but I'm still not there? It's because we have to throw ourselves before the Lord and His devotees. This is the place where we can maintain our Krishna consciousness. I was talking to one devotee, it's my daughter, my first daughter, when she worked on last Sunday, before Christmas is really, really crazy in the malls. And she has a seasonal job at Macy's. When I picked her up after 6 hours, she said, Mom, I need devotees. It's crazy in the mall. I can't maintain myself. That's when we realize that it's crazy out there. I need the Lord. I need His devotees. That's what's going to maintain me. This is the place to be. Spiritual protection. This is a very nice quote by Prabhupada, where he's informed about Gita. He says, remembrance of Krishna is not possible for the impure soul who has not practiced Krishna consciousness in devotional service. Therefore, one should practice Krishna consciousness from the very beginning of life. If one wants to achieve success at the end of his life, the process of remembering Krishna is essential. Therefore, one should constantly, incessantly chant the Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So, if we want to protect ourselves spiritually, it's the holy name. The holy name is the only Maha Mantra. There's a reason why it's called Maha Mantra. It's not called mantra, it's called Maha Mantra for a reason. Because that is the greatest protection for spiritual life is the Maha Mantra. And where do we find it? Right here. So in 2019, we would like to increase our 9 processes of Krishna Bhakti. That is the food for our souls. Shravanam, hearing about the Lord. Kirtanam, chanting His glories. Smaranam, remembering the Lord and His devotees. Padasevanam, serving and uplift, meditating upon His lotus feet. Archanam, worshipping the Lord. Vandanam, praying to Him. Dasyam, thinking oneself as eternal servant. Sakyam, becoming His friend. Atma Nivedanam, surrendering everything to Him. We would like to share this in 2019. Spiritual food for the soul. That should be the focus in 2019 because personally I firmly believe that if each one of us can work on this in 2019, everything else will come into place. There's nothing to worry about. Krishna will do everything, He'll do anything. We have to do this. If we do this 9 processes, everything else will fall into place. We have nothing to worry about. Nothing at all.
What is he doing?
The main thing is sadhu sangha. The only way that we can attain and achieve and learn and understand the 9 processes of Krishna Bhakti is sadhu sangha. Coming together like this. Only then can we learn the 9 processes of Krishna Bhakti. So we have to really hunger sadhu sangha. Anytime we have an opportunity to come together, we should make every effort to come together. Only then will we understand and little bit learn Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vandanam, all the 9 processes. It's only by sadhu sangha. And it says right here by Prabhupada, a spiritual relationship is when 2 or more parties involved experiencing harmony, joy, understanding, and peace. We have a lot of material relationships out there, with our neighbors, our friends, our boss, employees, and so forth. But what is going to make us more at peace is spiritual relationships. With spiritual relationships, together we can grow. And we see it amongst ourselves. When we come together, we grow spiritually together. It's like going from grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4. We grow together. If a plant, when you put a plant in the ground, the plant doesn't grow without water. It needs something for the plant to grow, that's the water. It takes 2 parties. Spiritual is the same thing. In order for us to grow spiritually, we have to come together in spiritual relationships. Together we can enrich our lives spiritually. And the focus in 2019 is how can we feed our lives. And the only way that we can feed our life is through sadhu sangha, reading, studying, chanting together. Whenever I think about this, I think about how we all went to school. We all have gone to school, whether it's grade school or college, university, doesn't matter. Many of us who have done online classes, we have found it to be very challenging because we don't have a teacher. But if you have a teacher, we pick up stuff very easy because someone is guiding us. Like, I think one time I was talking to my husband, he said to me, if you want to become a medical doctor, you cannot become a medical doctor just by reading a book. You have to go to college. You need the help of the professors to become a medical doctor. Reading any book out there, you cannot become a medical doctor. In that same way, in order for us to enrich ourselves spiritually, we have to reach the Prabhupada's books. That is the only way we can enrich ourselves spiritually. Together, we can grow closer to each other and ultimately to Krishna. That is the whole idea, is how to come together spiritually, grow together spiritually, and become close. I was talking to Satish Prabhu one time, just many months ago, And he was telling me, Mataji, if you just need me, even at 2 in the morning, you call me, I'll be there. It's because of the closeness. We have built a bond. We are so close that I know that if I'm stuck on some highway, if I call Satish Prabhu, he'll come rescue me. Because of the closeness. And that all comes growing spiritually. So in 2019, in order for us to achieve the spiritual care, spiritual health, spiritual relationships, and spiritual enrichment, we are going to be starting the following. In the month of March, isn't it March the Krishna Prabhu? March 2nd, right? Okay, go back a minute. One step, I just wanted the top one already. So in the month of March, starting 2019, once a quarter, there will be men's sangha, where the men will come together, study together, read together, chant together, learn together, grow together. And that will be starting in 2019. And the first men's sangha is on March 2nd. I don't know what time it is. But the devotees who are coordinating the men's sangha is Dev Krishna Prabhu and Parikshit Prabhu. So that will be consistent and it's only for men. So when the men are having the sangha, the women can go do their shopping. You say cleaning? Oh, you have the kids. I'm sorry, that's right. So the women can deal with the kids while the men have their sangha. But I humbly request the devotees, especially for the men, please take this opportunity so that we can focus on our spiritual growth in 2019. There will be consistent men's sangha. You'll be getting emails from Dev Krishna Prabhu. You're going to be getting a lot of information. Like I said, the first one is going to be on March 2nd. So please, and I believe it's in Shyam Govind Prabhu's house, am I right? So it'll be at Shyam Govind Prabhu's house. Is there a time for it? Okay, time is still to be decided, but it's definitely March 2nd at Shyam Govind Prabhu's house. So please do book your calendars. Now, is there something for the women? Yes, there is. We'll have our own women's sangha. Women. Girls are getting excited here. You're still little kids, by the way. So the women will also have the same opportunity, where we all can come together, learn, explore, find ourselves, and study and read together. The first women's sangha is on January 12th. So we get the first opportunity. The men will wait till March. So you will be getting emails for the next couple of days. So please do book your calendars. And for the women's sangha, we'll decide how often, but the first will be on January 12th, just like in a couple of weeks. The next one will be the youth. They have some prasadam, run some fat. The youth will also have their gatherings, where they will also come together, chant for the Lord, do some service, and they will have their own discussions. It's very important that we start doing this, because that's what's going to help us to grow stronger spiritually. We will, and like I said, with the Sunday school, we will definitely be starting music classes, harmonium, karatha, and mridanga. That's part of the whole youth sanghas too. We will also have the opportunity for mentorship. If anybody is interested in wanting to grow spiritually, have an interest to really study Prabhupada's books, have an interest to really think, you know what, I think I'm ready for a spiritual master. I think I really need a mentor or shiksha. Please do come and see me. We will definitely start offering mentorship programs starting 2019 for anyone who is interested to grow closer and stronger Krishna consciousness. We will also start having study groups. And the study groups will be within the men's sangha and the women's sangha, so that we can really study Prabhupada's books in order to understand what our spiritual soul needs. It's only through studying Prabhupada's books, nothing else. Prabhupada says, before Prabhupada left his body in November 14, 1977, he told 12 or 14 of his leaders at that time, he says, every year, when you all meet for my meetings in Mayapur, the first topic that we have to talk about is unity and diversity. So what that means is that we'll take India for example. There are so many regions in India. And I'm assuming khichdi is made differently in different parts of India. But it still tastes the same. It still tastes beautiful, different, but it's tasty. That's unity and diversity. Diverse ways of making khichdi. When you bring it together, it's all one. Prabhupada says that is what ISKCON should be. We can be different in any way, but when it comes to the service, we are all one. So our mood in 2019 should be, how can we all grow spiritually, take care of our spiritual health, our spiritual lives, our spiritual hearts, because I can guarantee you, Prabhus, if we focus on this, everything else will fall into place. Everything will fall into place. I have full faith. So I would like to make a humble plea to all the devotees that if we can meditate on ourselves and what we can do, if we can think of one thing that we think, I have this thing, I want to work on it in 2019. Let me get the help I need so I can make myself better. Because we want to ask ourselves, does Krishna like this? No. Then what can I do to fix it? Get the help, and we are here to help. We are all here to help everyone, each other. You help me, I help you, we're all in one thing. So that is my humble request and my humble plea to each and every devotee, that for 2019, as we are approaching the end of 2018, that's within an hour or less, let's start focusing on what one thing, just even if it's one thing. I will say 3, but we'll start with 1. Just one thing that we can work on. For me, was anger. When I first joined Krishna consciousness in 1992, 1992, I had a lot of it, and I prayed really, really, really hard, and the help came through. And I have lived the life of how to pray for help, and how the help came through, and how I was able to work on my anger. So it is possible. Krishna is alive. He speaks through his devotees. We have to be open to receive it constructively. With this, can you skip to the next one here? This is this is the last topic that I wanted to share. One devotee, which I will not name the present, although this devotee is amongst us. A couple of weeks ago, he asked me, Mataji, why do we start the program with Tulsi Arati and Guru Puja? Good question, right? And I said, when we all went to school, whenever we go to school, there's always assembly. We cannot skip the assembly. Assembly is part of the school program. If you skip assembly, you get punished by the teacher or something, or you go to the principal's office or something. Assembly prepares us for the day in school. So Tulsi Arati is part of the worship service in any temple. Tulsi is the dearmost servant of the Lord. If we read the English translation of the Tulsi Arati, sometimes we sing these bhajans in Sanskrit and we forget to read the English to see how deep it is. Tulsi is offering herself to Radha Govinda, accept me as your servant. So when we say this prayer every Sunday, the beginning of the program, we are saying, Lord, please accept me as your servant. That's a very good start to any program, in any temple. And Guru Puja, we all have gurus. We all went to school. Without the teacher, we won't be where we are today. We have, amongst us, I think we have 3 teachers. One is Sanjay Mataji, one is Amandeep Prabhu, he's a professor, and one is my husband. And I'm sure all three of you know that being a teacher is a thankless job. Without the teachers, we won't be where we are today. They are our gurus. So for Prabhupada, he is our eternal spiritual master. Without Prabhupada, we will not be here today. That is why it's so important to worship the founder Acharya to get his blessings so that we all can grow in Krishna consciousness. So I would like to humbly request all the devotees, if we can make a promise, a vow, that in 2019 I will do my very best to be at the temple. What time?
4.
Let's just say that we will stand in front of Tulsi Devi at 4 p.m. How's that? We should definitely try to make a point to be punctual. If we think of ourselves, we're very punctual to our works. You know, we clock in, we clock out because we're getting a paycheck. Because we know they will dock 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, something. Or we'll get an email from our boss saying, why are you late? You've been coming so late. But because Krishna, quote unquote, doesn't speak, he says, no one's watching me. The Lord is watching. Prabhupada says that Krishna is waiting to see his devotees. He is already here at 3:45, waiting to see where are my devotees. And when we come in late, he says, wow. But we will present ourselves before our boss at 8 in the morning, regardless. But we should have that much or even more for the Lord. A very senior disciple of Prabhupada says that when Prabhupada is in the temple, he's waiting. Where are the devotees? He's here. This picture doesn't leave the temple, it's here 7 days a week. So when we come, he's like, where are my devotees? But we are coming when we want. So the guru is waiting, but the disciples, the students are not on time. Imagine if we were not in assembly line in school, we'll be punished by the principal. But Prabhupada is so merciful, he doesn't do that. So if we all can make a vow, at least let's try to be on time, for the sake of Prabhupada and for Tulsi Devi, for the sake of our children, because when we are on time, the kids will be on time. When we are late, the kids will say, Mom comes late, it's okay. And kids learn from us. The kids are right here, the children learn from us. We have to be the example for the kids to be on time. Only then will they take Krishna consciousness very, very, very seriously. So I would like to end with this last slide and to again request devotees, let's make a vow that will be on time for 2019. That will be a big help towards our spiritual health in 2019. We will end with a very sweet slideshow. That's on that too, Brenda? Did you show where it is? So this is a slideshow that will give you a 6-month highlights of what we have done from June 17th up until current. Hare Krishna.
Hurry, hurry. Arrivo. Saya kata ada unggu kia ada di depan lagi.
Sekarang ada kan?
Arrivo. कृष्णा को बस देख के कोई बोल ही नहीं। Arrivo.
arriba.
Arriba. Arriba. Ya.
forgot to mention this one is kind of late overdue, but we do have the 2019 calendars available. We will be giving it out by this 2019 is about 45 minutes away. So please do not leave without a calendar. We have also posted the 2019 festivals. The dates have been set. We have sent it out on our WhatsApp group and I believe on Facebook too, and on the website. So please do look out for it. The one last point that I would like to mention is unless we have a sannyasi visiting or a very senior devotee disciple, we will not be sharing who's going to be speaking every Sunday. One might ask why. When we were going to college, we never checked out who was a professor. We went to school anyway, because we are at the mercy of whoever was teaching us. We never said, okay, this is going to be my teacher, I'm not going to take a class. We have to take a class to pass the course. So in that same mood, we will not be sharing it. It's because the mind is such a rascal. Prabhupada says the mind is such a rascal that we have to train the mind to accept information and knowledge from whoever speaks. And it's on us to accept it. So please, it is also another way for us to, please do come to the temple every Sunday. Whoever is giving the class here, if we, like I said, if we have a visiting sannyasi, our GBC, anything senior, we will share. But if it's, because we are going to be getting a lot of speakers coming through. We have, devotees coming from Baltimore, from Philadelphia, from New Vrindavan. They will be coming. So please do come every Sunday and surprise yourselves to hear the nectar. Whoever sits on the seat, Prabhupada says, they are empowered by Srila Vyasadeva to speak what has been taught to them by their spiritual master. So please, let's all try not to think, okay, who's giving class, just come. Because we all went through it when we were in school. That's my humble request. I don't know what time it is right now. There is a lot of prasadam left over from the feast today. It's already packed. Okay, it is going to be packed. All you have to do is just carry a bag and take it to your car. So please do take some prasadam home. It's right downstairs. It's almost going to be packed, so please do that. I also do want to thank Satish Prabhu and Sunday Mataji for really taking time to organize the Music of the Heart program. They put a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of follow-ups, a lot of calling. I know what they went through. So my heartiest gratitude, Prabhu, to Satish Prabhu and Sunday Mataji. Thank you so much for doing this service. It was very sweet. I hope all of you enjoyed seeing your children perform as much as I enjoyed seeing the kids sharing their talent. We are 40 minutes away from 2019. Let us immerse ourselves in the holy name of the Lord. There is no better way to welcome the 2019 by chanting the holy name of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you for reminding me. I had a special request from one devotee that he's not here, he just went downstairs. Okay. One devotee messaged me a week ago and said, Mataji, can we please chant one round together? I said, yes, we will. So if I could ask Nitya Prabhu to help give out the japamalas, if you have your japamalas, let's chant one round together of the holy name. And then after one round, we'll go into full kirtan. Thank you. I forgot the certificates and the gifts. Okay. Prabhu, can you give me a hand? I think it's on the window sill right there. Yes, while Nitya Prabhu is giving out the japamala, I would like to invite the kids who has performed to come and get this certificate with your little gift. Yeah, I'm doing it now while we're giving out the Japamala. Thank you. Anisha? Anisha, Arriba. Surat? One of my many children in this temple.
Chanting चालू है
Yeah, Surat. Ishu? Thank you. Ishika. That is you. Thank you. Purvesha. Ansh. D. Ansh, I really liked the trumpet playing, I have to say that. It was very nice. No, he did a very good job. Achut. Aditya. Whenever I see Aditya, I think of how he was when he was little, how much he's going to be a young man. Gargi. Gargi, I'm still amazed. You taught me a new tune today. Manak. You funny little boy. Neil.
Give it to Manan. Give gifts to her.
Saira. Ina. Anya. Ansh. Saki. Vishaka. Hare Krishna. Thank you to all the children who performed, and we look forward to another music of the heart. Let's prepare our children for one more year so that they can do. I'll write your name and I'll give it to you. Give me 5 minutes. I just gotta find a pen. Oh, Rohit is here, I think. Let me see. I think I have Rohit here. Yeah.
Ishu.
There's Rohit. Rohit Pranav. Yeah, I have. See, I have it. Give me 1 second. This is Rohit Pranav. Is he here? He's out. Okay. Take it for your brother. Do we all have a Japamala with us? Okay, if we can start one round together. Chanting of the holy name. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda,
कितनी है देखिए
Shiva Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
So welcome to New Year. In Kali Yuga and the Yuga Dharma is chanting the holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram,
Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
So
I'm thinking.
we'll start slow. And whatever Sri Prabhupada wants us to do, then we'll do as far as the pace goes. Sing from your hearts. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna see everybody. Hari-Bo!
The reason the altar is not open is because the deities are not here. They are resting. They left at 9 o'clock for their bedtime. So that's why the altar is closed. So we will not be opening the altar. That's why we had them earlier. So, but you have the choice to stay on and party. Hare Krishna. Either, you know, the kids can start, adults, it's up to you, but we can, you know. Supra, do you want to leave for a while? Okay.
fast as they go.